Hi, I'm Galen Trombley with Kavanaugh Realty, and we're going over how's the market in September. We're going into the fall right now, and we're hitting October. You know, the leaves are changing. It's one of my favorite times of the year. And even though we're going to the end of the year, the real estate market doesn't really slow down right now. People kind of get that false sense we're going into kind of the cooler months and that we're getting over the summer hump. But still, you know, fall's a great time to buy and sell. People are super active, and the way the weather's been over the last couple of years, we're starting to get later seasons. So, you know, I expect that the season of real estate is going to be, you know, pretty strong over the next few months, leading us up into December. So again, we're going over September of 2018, the month we just ended, compared to a year ago of September of 2017. So we have a look at it. New listings this year, we're up to just 2 units, which again, that's, you know, it's up, which is good. You know, we're always asking for more listings, but it wasn't as much as we'd probably like to see. So it's kind of, you know, flattened out right there. The median sold price was up 7.9%. So we went from 129 to 140. The average sold price went from 142 up to 160, which was just over 11%. Again, I go over this. The median sold price gives you a little bit more of an accurate number in the sense of, you know, what homes are going for. You kind of take those big outliers out, you know, the ones that sold very low or the ones that sold very high, which are, you know, those are the atypical sales. So we're kind of finding that the 140 mark is that good median range. As you see, the average sold price is 20,000 over that. But again, you know, you take a high-priced home against a few lower-priced homes, and that number goes up very quickly. So just to give you an idea, this is where we are around. So again, that 140, if you want to go up to the 160, that is you know, the right in the middle. That's the very popular range. And we talked about the 100 to 200,000 sales being popular this year. And if you're out there looking at that sale price, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've had a very hard time. I'm sure you were in some multiple offer situations, or, you know, were frustrated when homes came on the market and went right off a couple days later. But because of that, because of the lack of inventory that we talked about, that's why these numbers are going up. And it's just, again, supply and demand. I've gone over the last few months. We've seen this trend just continue throughout the months. Supply and demand is going to increase that sales price. Average days on the market. This is kind of the odd one of the month. Days on the market went up 14%. Again, I broke that down a little farther. I looked at the numbers. It's the same. The breakdown from days under 30 were pretty much the same as last year, you know, 30 to 60, 60 to 90. If you break them down that way, again, I don't know which home was the one that really bumped up the average, but my guess is there was one that was probably on for 600-700 days that probably sold, and that's why you see that jump up. If I found that one, I'm not sure exactly which one that would have been, but if we take that out, that number, I would guess would actually be lower than 148. So I think this is very misleading. At 14% up, I don't think, you know, again, if we took that's more the average. If we took kind of the median value, I think that number would have actually gone down. And the amount of homes that sold, there was only 3 more that sold this year compared to last year. So it's pretty much the same. You know, and I think the biggest takeaway out of all of this, not so much the sold homes or the new listings, those have stayed the same, but because of the lack of listings and because of homes selling throughout the year, this number right here, or these 2 numbers right here, have gone up, which is good. You know, we're seeing the price point in our area increase, and that's overall of Clinton County. And again, the days on the market, this is just a kind of a funky, we must have had a really big outlier, but that number, my guess would have been probably somewhere around the, you know, maybe the 115 to 130 mark. I think it definitely is lower than the 148. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. This is just a quick recap of this month, again, September 2018 compared to September of 2017. My name, again, is Galen Trombley with Kavanaugh Realty, and my number, if you need to reach me, is 518-572-0088. Thanks a lot.